Root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Good morning and welcome in. Packs for breakfast, staring down the barrel of 2 Shohei Ohtanis here. Sunday, nice to be here. We got some 2025 Top Series 2 loaded up for today, and to be quite honest, not too sure how this is going to go. Series 2 over the last couple years for me has been pretty god-awful, so I don't know that this is going to be any better. Randy, I don't know if you've actually opened any of these, but it seems as though it's not the my favorite product by a long stretch, and I don't know if it's just a stopgap in between, like Topps Chrome and then Topps Chrome update, Topps update coming out in the near future. Just haven't gotten anything noteworthy out of them. Doesn't seem to be the best place to go for me.
I mean, it is kind of a weird, because Series 1, you're going off of a lot of last year's players, and probably a lot of the cards are on last year's teams. And I'm wondering if Series 2 is to update some of that, put players on their current rosters to get cards out there that have the players on their current teams. And then the rest of the cards are just kind of the same as they were. And then you get some of the players that were brought up from spring training that made the MLB roster. And then they said, oh, you're not ready. And then they threw them back down there again. And those cards somehow, they get their pictures taken and they say, hey, they were in the MLB, let's throw them in there. And then you go, who the heck was that guy? And unless you're a diehard, because even like the Rockies, Zach Agnos, he had a pretty good start to the year. He came up out of spring training. He was doing pretty good. Well, he just got sent back down when Gomber got recalled from his injury. So we could get a Zach Agnos card, and he's not on the MLB roster right now. So, I mean, and it's like you say, they're waiting. Chrome, I mean, that's a much more exciting pack to get, but Topps still wants to make you think like they've done something different and sell more cards. But I don't ultimately think you're going to get anything that great. I don't even know if you really get any good inserts in Series 2.
Yeah, we'll have to find out if anybody has any other feelings on Series 2. That's different, but I mean, it's still fun to open cards. I mean, I'm not complaining that much about it. I'm just, I'm not optimistic that we're going to pull anything exciting out of these packs, but,
I'll be excited if we get a Zach Agnos.
the new Doug DeCenzo.
No, you can't replace Dougie D.
I'm not replacing him. I'm just saying, you were always.
Yeah, it would be funny to see a Zach Agnos in there. It really would.
It took a little while, but we did pull a Dougie D eventually, and
we did.
So
it's like, I don't know. I was a fan of that guy, and it's like I rooted for little Dougie D. He was just never a great player, but he was a scrapper. It's like played a lot of positions. I like Doug DeCenzo.
Well, let's open one, I guess, and see what Series 2 has to offer. I did a couple of the hanger boxes that I did videos for, and I did get to yeet Chris Bryant, so that was the best.
First card, Juan Soto. There you go. I'm going to say it. Juan Soto will be the top card.
First card, Robbie Ray.
Not Juan Soto.
Definitely not Juan Soto. We got Robbie Ray. Gosh, oh, he's a giant. Okay. I don't know why.
Well, see, then that does not support my theory because it's like he's still in his Guardians uniform. And it's like, I mean, this would be a chance. Robbie Ray, I think, has played this year. So it's like,
No, that's not
that
Guardian.
doesn't make
That's
any
not
sense.
That's actually not the Guardian uniform.
Oh, it's not?
No, if you look at his hat,
Oh,
it's a giant uniform. It's
okay. It's
Yeah.
like, wow, that just looks weird. It just looked like I saw the sea.
it threw
Oh, well,
me
then good for San Francisco.
it threw me off too. So we got Ty Madden rookie card for the Tigers. I like his face. It's kind of funny.
It's like, I don't think Ty Madden has had a great year with the Tigers this year, but I mean, if he's still on the MLB roster, the team is doing very well.
Weston Wilson for the Phillies. You got JD Martinez. And it looks like they do have the different uniforms going on here, which is cool. We got Jack Neely for rookie card for the Cubbies.
I'll tell you, Ty Madden must not spent much time up in the majors with them because he's not even, unless Ty Madden doesn't even play for him anymore.
Joey Bart, catcher for the Pirates. Matthew Boyd. We got a Cubs heavy pack here, Randy, just for you.
Hey, I like the Cubbies.
We got Matthew
Hey,
Boyd.
Matthew Boyd, who's behind him?
And then Alexander Canario.
You know, there are some better players on the Cubs that they could pull out for us.
Yeah, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, can we get some of the really good Cubbies?
We got Trent Grisham for the Yankees, and then our backwards card.
Nobody
here.
cares about him.
So backwards card, we've got a Sparkle, Jarren Duran for the Red Sox. And then we got our stars of the MLB, which nobody likes, George Springer. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say nobody likes them, but my camera doesn't like it.
Oh, your camera hates it.
All right. Yep, it just does not like this shiny. Oh, but there it goes.
I mean, Springer is a good player, though. I mean, it's like that's definitely, but no, those cards are kind of abysmal.
And then you got Garrett Mitchell to round out for the Bro Crow. So there's your first pack. Lots of Cubbies. That's cool.
And it's the Sox. There was a Sox play in it. Hey, I wonder if we'll get a Raffy Devers because I know they didn't have time to update that one to the Giants.
You got Shohei staring you down on every pack. You know.
He got to pitch here recently again. He made his pitching debut after a couple of years again.
He did pitch the other night.
I don't know how much longer he can really do that. It is cool that he wants to. I mean, it's cool to have these players that, I mean, we used to have tons of these players that could play two different sports. Now we're getting guys like Hunter and Ohtani that want to play two different positions in their same sport and excel at both. I'm hoping Hunter excels at both.
So we got a variation on the Chicago White Sox card here. Some sort of sunshine. Could have been on.
Is that the Vincent?
I feel like
Is that the Vincent Van Gogh card? I mean, it's like a lot of sunflowers looking like there.
Could have been on a better card, but you know.
Yeah.
Okay, there's something.
That's weird.
And then we got Valente Bellozo for the Marlins. Alex Cobb for the Tigers.
We're not getting the good Tigers. We're not getting like Riley Green or
obviously Skubal.
Yeah, Skubal, who's started out rough this season, but boy, he's really come back. All those Skeens right now, Skeens has like a 1.84 ERA. I think Skubal is like a 2.1 or something ERA. So, I mean, Skubal's really good too. But I don't even think Skubal's number one in the American League for ERA right now. I think he's number 2.
Johan Rojas, Nolan Jones.
Isn't he injured, or is he even still with the team? Why do I feel like we got rid of Nolan Jones?
Was it Nolan?
Probably wrong.
They got rid of somebody. I can't remember who it was.
Because Nolan Jones has not played for us this year. It's like, I mean, I remember Nolan. I liked Nolan Jones, but he seemed to like kind of fall off the map. He just didn't.
I really like.
Yeah, right now he's in Cleveland.
Yeah, he was the one that got traded to Cleveland. Right. I
wonder how he's doing in Cleveland right now.
I like these helmets, the Pittsburgh helmets that they got going on.
Oh yeah, that's a nice looking helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now Nolan Jones is batting .215 with 3 home runs, 18 RBIs. He struck out 51 times. I think he still thinks he's a Rocky.
Jairo Iriarte is a rookie card for the White Sox. This is a Pittsburgh-Chicago pack here. Nick Gonzalez, Pirates. We got Jake Eater for the White Sox, rookie.
And beginning a lot of White Sox. Yeah, Carpenter's pretty good for the Tigers.
Kerry Carpenter. And then we got Summer Superstars, Blake Snell for the Dodgers. That's another insert.
I'll tell you, it's not pretty, though.
I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting card, for sure.
And it looks like somebody's LSD dream.
Spencer Strider. I think that's what they're going for, is like a 70s throwback kind of thing.
I think that somebody was doing shrooms when they came up with it.
And then you got Jordan Walker to round that one out. Well, I think my thought was to do this whole wall in inserts if we can get enough to build a team out of it. And Blake Snell's not the worst starting pitcher you can have, and Jaron Duran, I think he's... Oh, cool. So they started I don't know if this is on Series 1. I never looked at them, but they have the position on the baseball diamond there. I like that.
It is an interesting. I noticed it on some of the other guys, but if for some reason we're either getting a lot of center fielders or second basemen, because I seem to only notice the card when the dot is at the top of the diamond or something.
All right, so it looks like this is going to be... I'm pulling from both stacks, so this is like a repeat pack, because I can see the Summer Superstars card, and then we've got another one of these Sunshine cards here for Zach something. I don't know what his name is.
Risky?
But he's a rookie for the Nationals, pitcher. Don't know how he's doing, but fun in the sun.
Well, the Nationals aren't that good, and they lost 3 out of 4 to the Rockies. I mean, how do you lose 3 out of 4 to the Rockies?
I think that's statistically impossible. I don't believe you.
Oh, it did. Somehow it happened.
You got future stars Andy Pajes. There's Jaron Duran in the not sparkly card.
Jaron again.
And you got Austin Martin, which is a great name because it makes you think of Aston Martin, which is, I mean,
See, once again, I only notice it when that little dot is at the top of the diamond.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is. Maybe I just noticed the center field. There we go. Now I noticed the dot in a different place.
Yeah.
There's a good player too, Trey Turner.
He's going to go up. I caught some flack on a video recently for not putting him up on the stand. So there you go, Trey. Grant Holman, rookie card for the Athletics. We got Brian Bello, pitcher for the Red Sox. Another Future Stars, AJ Smith-Shawver for the Braves, making their debut in this. It's always nice when we get some Braves up there. We got Nick Martinez for the Reds. A lot of pitchers coming in this pack. We got DJ LeMahieu, previous Rocky.
We should have never gotten rid of.
I was so bummed when they got rid of him. He was hitting well when we got rid of him. He was defensively one of the best second basemen in the league. Like I just never understood why they felt they needed to get rid of him. And then he went to the Yankees, and I mean, I think he was the Silvers, almost the batting champion.
Yeah.
In the American
Well,
League.
here's the problem with LeMahieu. They had Rodgers coming up behind him. And they really liked Rodgers. So I think that's the reason they thought LeMahieu was expendable. And then Rodgers didn't turn out to be it's like sometimes it's like, well, and a lot of times the Rockies scouting department is incorrect. And it's like, so they let LeMahieu go because they thought Rodgers was going to be the guy.
And then much like how it happens here, he comes up, initially didn't do great, and then he got hurt. And then he came back, and he still sucked. I mean, I don't know. There was definitely a lot of hype around him, but it seemed to be misguided.
Yeah. It's just too bad. Oh, there's a good player too.
Yeah, that's a neat one. Ellie on the Summer Superstars. I think he's going to kick out Trey only not because he's a better player, but I'm going to keep with my inserts. And there's Junior Caminero. I like him. Let's see. Stars of the MLB. And then we'll end on Max Muncy for the Dodgers.
I don't know why Max Muncy always kind of reminds me of Eric Karros. I don't know why.
Maybe Eric Karros and then like a skinnier Kyle Schwarber.
I like Schwarber, though. Muncy's a Dodger, so I'm not a fan. Although I do like Ohtani.
Doesn't everybody?
Well, that's why he's on everything now, so.
You got JT Ginn, something, however you say that. See, and the one thing about these cards I've noticed is like it's hard to kind of see his name in that one, and then you come over here and it's easy to read. I don't know the difference in that one, but Jason Foley.
Well, it's the black font inside of a gold. It doesn't work as well. The white will stand out a lot better than the black will inside of a gold border.
What do we got to do to get a Scooble? Come on. We just want a Scooble. Yeah. Then you got Fernando.
Yeah, because so far for Detroit, other than Carpenter, we really haven't gotten any good ones. There's a good player.
Tatis Jr. And we got Seth Halverson. Now this guy throws gas, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. Well, he's our closer right now.
Yeah, and the other night I watched a clip of him, and he was hitting 102 on the... I was like, see, that's what you need in Colorado, is a guy who could just throw some gas.
Well, and I think Halverson closed out the. No, he didn't. Not last night because he was only been in save situations lately. But there was one game. I can't remember which game it was, but he did close it out. But the thing is, it's like the Rockies have like 9 total saves, which is not good.
Well, when you
Or no, Halverson lost a game recently.
when you're constantly behind, it's hard to have saves, Randy.
So far Halverson's saved 5 games. He's blown 3 saves, so we've been in the lead a few times where he's blown it.
Yeah, but that fits with the Rockies. You know that. I do like the uniforms, though. They are neat.
Oh, yeah. I love those City Connects.
It's kind of like a throwback to the old Sky Sox uniforms. And it kind of mimics our license plate. But, it's a...
and it's like Colorado. It's like, I love that. I've always loved the license plate with the mountains. It's like, but now it's like everybody here has those ridiculous, they're either the red, the black, or the blue that everybody's kind of going for.
Yeah, that was a special thing. I don't think they make those anymore, but
I hope not, because it's like, I mean, just the mountain. I mean, it's a great plate.
Ben Joyce for the Angels. Kyle Isbell. Maybe the Series 2 doesn't, I don't know. Because we're getting a bigger mix of the people who are, we haven't really seen many of the big time guys. Brendan Donovan, kind of like back in the 90s when you got like every relief pitcher.
Well, and we've said this before. It's not bad to get all the guys. I mean, it's nice to be able to complete, like if you're going for a certain team and you can complete the roster with all the bullpen guys and the bench guys, it's kind of cool to have the entire team represented,
Michael.
So it's like, I always kind of like that.
Edgardo Henriquez.
I don't know why they had to have 2 Dodgers back to back.
And then you got Mickey Moniak. He's a Rocky. He's a Rocky. Yeah, I was just thinking, what? It's odd that he's in his Angels uniform for that one, because at this point
he's with us. Sometimes he has some pop in that bat. Right now he's batting .245. He's got 10 home runs, 24 RBIs. So Moniak's not. He's not terrible. I mean, that's like, it's like 10 home runs. I think it doesn't lead the team because I think Goodman has like 12 or 13, but.
Hunter Goodman's a bright spot. I think he
really is, other than his defense, because he cannot throw anybody out.
Yeah, that's always the case, but at least we got a catcher who can hit some home runs. Mason Montgomery on the Rays to round that one out.
Yeah, no, I like Goodman. I wish Brenton Doyle would get going again. Last year he had a really good season. This year he has been so bad. So I'm waiting for Brenton Doyle to bust back out again. But man, he has just been awful.
Nathan Lukes. Let's see. We got 3 and no. Always better together.
No. That's what that no means. No, always better. No, one guy getting a no-hitter, that's an accomplishment. 4 pitchers doing it, or 3.
Yep. It's
like, no, I'm sorry. It's like, to me, the combined no-hitter loses some of it just loses some of it. Now, if it's a combined perfect game, because perfect games are so rare, I will give you a little bit of a pass on a combined perfect. But a combined no-hitter, no. It's got to be done by the starting pitcher. Let's face it, Nolan Ryan had 7 of those things by himself.
Well, definitely there's a difference you don't see people staying in games long enough to pitch a no-no anymore. So it's like back in the...
Well, and that's why I say that, 4 of them completed a no-hitter. That means it's 4 different pitchers that came in that were facing, I don't know if it was 4 pitchers or 3 pitchers, and I don't know what, because they have 4 people up there. So it's like when you got a bunch of different people completing it, that's bringing in players that are pitchers that are situational, like a lefty to face a righty or whatever. But it's, to me, it's just like I don't really see it as much of an accomplishment when all of them pitch a no-hitter, because it's like the starting pitcher obviously was pitching a no-hitter into the 5th or 6th when you pulled him. Let him go and see if he can finish it.
We get a future stars from the Pirates, and it's not the guy we want.
No, but he is on the mound. It's like, I like the shoes. I like the yellow and the white shoes.
2 in blue. It's a race to embrace. I don't know if it's a race, but
yeah. He is wearing the little glove on he is wearing his little stealing base glove.
We got Leo Jimenez rookie card for the Blue Jays. Tristan McKenzie for the Guardians. Yeah, another pitcher for the Pirates that's not the guy we want. David Bednar.
Hey, isn't that the coach of the Colorado Avalanche, Bednar?
Different Bednar. Stars of the MLB, Pete Alonso.
I mean, that's a good star of the MLB. Pete Alonso's pretty dang good.
Yep. And I wonder if this one is a variant of some kind, because it looks... maybe not. Let me look at this other one real quick, because it seemed to be different. Because this one's red. Let me check out the other one. I'm wondering if the orange is different, or if they change it based on the... No, they just change it based on the player. All right, that's less exciting. But he's going to go. We'll put him up there, because he's pretty good. And then we've got a hi mom posing for a parent. So obviously the Mother's Day set. Well, so far I'm not blown away by these cards, which I kind of expected. Like I said, I've been generally trying to skip over Series 2. Let's see, we got a name you can barely read, Daryl Hernandez for the Athletics. In that, I'm going to call that Fun in the Sun, I'm guessing is what that is.
Oh, to me, it just looks like a bunch of sunflowers.
All right, we got Torkelson, Spencer Torkelson for the Tigers.
He's having a pretty decent year. I mean, he's batting in the low 200s, but he is hitting for power. So they're just hoping he can keep his batting average, I think, up around 240, and then the power in his bat will compensate for the other stuff and the strikeouts. But I think Torkelson might finally, I don't know if he's ever going to live up to that number 1 pick, but he could be a solid contributor on that team for years to come at first.
And he's rocking the pink bat in this particular picture, which is cool. Helio Ramos for the Giants. We got Griffin Conine. I'm pretty sure...
Is he related to Jeff Conine?
Pretty sure he's related to Jeff Conine, which is pretty neat.
Yeah, there's the name we haven't said in a long time, Jeff Conine.
Yeah. Corbin Burns for the Diamondbacks.
Well, I'll tell you, the Diamondbacks, I don't know how they're under 500. They got so many talented players on their team, but they are beating up on the Rockies right now, so that'll help them get some of their wins.
Troy Taylor, rookie card from the Mariners. I don't really understand those uniforms, but
No, boy, we're not getting the really good Diamondbacks players though, like a Marte or
Alec Marsh.
who's the guy that crushed a couple of home runs a couple nights ago.
Andre Palante for the Cardinals. Brandon Lowe.
That's the funny thing. The Cardinals for years were a team that always competed at the top of their division. They were always competitive. Now they feel like they're irrelevant. Like nobody really talks about the Cardinals. Like they're just kind of floating through the seasons anymore. They don't really possess any kind of real fight or challenge to the Mets or the Cubs even in that division anymore.
That's the Arenado effect. Brandon Lockridge, rookie for the Padres. Hey, Pete Alonso, All-Star, National League, in the throwback. Why? That's interesting. It says 2022 NL leaders. Why?
Well, they had some extra cards laying around.
Interesting. And then we got Kobe Mayo, rookie card for the Orioles on the Future Stars. And Matt Strahm for the Phillies.
Well, the funny part is, so I decided I was going to watch a game from 1985. So I was watching the Mets versus the Cubs. Now, the thing that sucks is it was the Mets broadcast. So no Harry Carey.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm watching this and I'm going, boy, this must have been pre-Strawberry, pre-Gooden, because I'm going, it's like they had Sid Fernandez on the mound. And I'm just sitting there going, they had nobody, but it was the year before they won the championship in '86. And the Cubs only had Sandberg. They didn't have Dawson. They didn't have Grace. They didn't have Dunston. I'm just going, wow, what happened? It's like, boy, I must have forgot that '85 was an abysmal year for the Cubbies.
We got Stone Garrett. Great name. American League, Minnesota Twins. I like going back to those old baseball games. It was such a different feel, especially in the mid-'80s. Joey Estes.
Yeah, it's still fun to watch it because it is. You get to see those players live. I got to see Rhino. I hadn't seen Rhino play in such a long time. And it's like, it's just nice. And it's like he's like like almost a kid, like he's still 24, 25 years old.
Garrett, Crochet. Yeah, and I was going back through the 1988 season. There's Juan Soto.
There he is. There's Juan Soto. Crochet's actually really good, too. He's having a great season for the Sox.
Framber Valdez. Boy, the Astros, their starting rotation is just decimated.
Well, last year they had problems with injuries to their starting rotation. I think they've got a good starting rotation when it's healthy. It just doesn't seem to be healthy anymore.
Because I think I saw that McCullers Jr. sprained his foot during a workout or something. Deshaun Kearsey.
Don't work out, players, because you might hurt your foot.
All-Star National League, Sandy Koufax.
So I'm guaranteeing he doesn't have 2022. So what was his league leaders? Because it's not going to be 2022, that's for sure.
1965. Tied season high with 14 strikeouts in a perfect game against the Cubs for a 1-0 Dodgers victory on 9/9 of 65.
There you go. See, now that's an accomplishment, Mr. Koufax.
Well done, sir.
Yeah, it's like that's why he's one of the all-time elites.
And speaking of Cubs, you got future stars Kevin Alcantara and Miguel Amaya. 2 Cubbies in a row. He's a catcher.
2 Cubbies in a row. Dual Cubbies.
Where's he? He's an outfielder. It doesn't say where he plays. We're gonna put him up on the stand though.
Like, well, that's probably not a good thing, but
Well, it's because it's the future stars card, so it doesn't have the.
he's a future star. Let's see what Alcantara's doing. Well, I'll tell you, I'm not sure if he's even in the majors right now.
Jake Bowers, Mitchell
Amaya's
Parker.
in the majors with his 4 home runs and .313 batting average. He's doing pretty good there.
Osvaldo Beto, Austin Barnes, Jonathan Aranda, Sagano for the Orioles rookie card, Merrill Kelly for the Diamondbacks. It just says AZ. I like that.
The thing is, his leg gets in the way of putting a whole name.
Yep. Drew Waters on the Royals.
How appropriate to have the name Waters when you hit at or when you're at Kauffman Stadium, if it's still called Kauffman.
Shane Baz. Another Stars of the MLB for Churio. I think that's 2 for him.
Everybody loves churros. I mean, no, probably not. There's a good player, Kyle Tucker. That's a good Cubby.
All right, 3 and 3. Okay, we got
Now, if we could just get a Crow Armstrong.
right. Yariel Rodriguez. And there's that White Sox card that we got with the sunshine all over it. Daryl Hurt. Oh, already seen him.
You've got sunshine all over my baseball card. Stop it. That's what makes them fade.
Bobby Miller. Luis Angel Acuna, who's gotten a couple of his cards this year so far. Kirby Yates. Brandon Eisert. Josh Bell.
Where's Vladimir Guerrero? Where's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.? Where's Bichette? Where's some of those players?
Yeah. Kike Hernandez.
Chique.
Jose Siri. It's a cool shot of him.
Siri.
And then we got,
You know that poor bastard, and somebody asked their phone, Siri, can you? And it's like, what?
Blake Snell on the future Stars of the MLB, and then we got Kodai Senga for the Mets. All right, well, those have been some uneventful packs, which is exactly what I expect out of Series 2.
Yeah, they've been pretty uneventful. I mean, we don't think we've gotten an Ohtani or a Judge.
No, got some more sunshine.
Oh, more sunshine on your shoulders.
Sleeving up all the sunshine, keeping it for the wintertime. We
don't need any sunshine today. Last night the Rockies played. And it was 98 degrees at game time. And they said that was the hottest game of the year so far in the MLB. Leave it to the Rockies to even make it abysmal to play in their stadium and have it be 98-degree heat.
It was pretty brutal. Vidal Brujan.
I think we could have made the Cubs roster with these packs.
Bowden Francis. We got American League, Cleveland Guardians.
Boy, they got everybody in that picture. That had to be with the 40-man roster.
Yeah, that's a September.
Just look at that cheese.
September call-ups picture, huh?
Everybody gets a picture taken in there. That's how you prove, even if you didn't get a baseball card, you could go, see, there I am right there, fourth from the left. I was on the team.
There's Lennon Sosa for the Sox.
Not going to be better than Sammy.
Luke Weaver, Yankees. We got Logan Driscoll for the Rays. Another Bravo, Ozzie Albies. Jonah Bride for the Marlins. We got Tyler O'Neill, looks like on the gold.
That's a good action shot. Haven't been able to say that about many of these, but that's a pretty good action shot right there.
And there's a number. So the golds they always do out of the year. So 2025, it's number 72 out of 2025. That's a cool one.
Yeah, that is a cool card. It's a good action shot.
He's going to go back with all the other outfielders. If I can get him to stand up. There we go.
Look at him jump.
And then we got OPS leaders. 831 for William Contreras. So that's another kind of a double insert pack, which we'll take. I mean, I'd rather have signatures and that kind of stuff, but autographs and
you're getting a lot of sunshine. That's what you're getting.
I'm getting a ton of sunshine. But at least we have a catcher to throw up on the wall. I'm just struggling with these stands here. All right. I think we need a third baseman, Randy, so hopefully we can grab a third baseman here.
Don't we always need a third baseman?
Seems that way. We got Matt Olson and Josh Rojas. Actually, I think we need a second baseman too, if I'm being honest. So we need a third and second. We gotta round out the horn,
Yeah, I'm not sure what we've had on those.
Got Tyler Nevin, Joe Kelly with the red glove, Richard Fitz.
I don't know. You shorten that name to Dick. It's like I've never seen that combination yet.
We got Jackson Jobe.
He's doing pretty good for the Tigers this year.
Still no Scooble, of course.
No, we're not gonna get Scooble or Skeens or
Austin Hedges.
A lot of players that are good.
Guardians. Nick Castellanos, Phillies. Spencer Horwitz for the Pirates. Hey, we got the Rockies.
So that's a team card, and they've got 7 players there, and one of them looks old, like it's a coach.
Yeah, that's Buddy Black, but he's gone.
Yeah, it's like, how many of those players are still there? That's oh my God! All these other teams have tons of players, and then we have 7 players, and one of them is the coach that's no longer there.
We got Ramon Urias for the Orioles. Then we got a backwards card. Kike Hernandez. Hey, third baseman. All right.
There you go. There's Kike. Look at it. It looks like he is kicking.
It's in the rainbow foil.
It's like Kike kicking.
I mean, it'll give you something to talk about in your videos this week. So, then we got Cody Bellinger on the Stars of the MLB, and another Pirates pitcher who's not the one that we wanted to see, which is Mike Burrows. Still a rookie card, but
yeah, but let's be honest. What's Mike Burrows really going to become in the future? Not Paul Skeens. Then again, I just do not see Pittsburgh holding on to Paul Skeens much longer.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not the best judge, but I feel like I think he could stay there. I mean, they'd be kind of dumb to get rid of him. He draws a lot of attention, but
Well, but the problem is if Skeens thinks that he should be on a better team because Pittsburgh's never going to spend the money around him. They just don't have it.
Mikawaka, Sunshine. That's the big question is, are they going to spend the money or do they spend the money and then immediately trade him, which happens occasionally.
It happens to the Rockies all the time.
Most definitely it does.
Except for Chris Bryant. Why didn't we do it with him? Oh, that's right, because every time we probably tried to trade him, he was on the IL.
Everybody's smarter than that. They all know not to.
That's right. Everybody is smarter than the Rockies.
Tyler Anderson, Angels, Christian Walker, Strohs. You got Michael Kopech, Dodgers. That's a cool shot. You got Johnny DeLuca. I think that's our first Rays card.
He caught that ball. It's not in the glove, is it?
No, it's like just above it, but it's a really good action shot. And I think that's the first Ray we've gotten today, so even better.
Nah, you finished off a pack with a Ray. I hope he caught it.
I hope
because he's got
too.
some hops, man. He's got some elevation there.
I mean, the padding, he's kind of that's a big jump. Dustin Harris for the Rangers, rookie card. Then you got Michael Harris, the second, fittingly, because he was second. Two Harrises. You got Kyle Stowers for the Marlins. Let's see, we've got a first pitch card, Mark Long at Chase Field. Should I know who Mark Long is? Oh. The godfather of reality TV. All right. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Kumar Rocker. That's a great name for a pitcher.
It's like John Rocker.
Yeah.
But John Rocker was a prick.
Yeah, he was. He was kind of crazy, if I remember correctly.
He was horrible. But there was a couple seasons where he was actually really good. But man, what a horrible dude.
Wilyer Abreu. We got a comment there too. It says, "Hello from the Rising Sun, Japan." Hello.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
That is awesome. Welcome to the channel.
I wonder what time it is there in Japan right now. Because they are way ahead of us.
We've seen you
it's
already.
It's 9:47 p.m. there. It's like, wow, it's a late night.
Maybe for you. Victor Scott.
For me, I'd have already been asleep for like 2 hours.
Spencer Bivens. Wyatt. Hey, there's Wyatt, at least. All-star rookie. Walter Pennington.
2 rookie Walters.
Yeah.
People are still naming their kid Walter in the 2000s.
We got Mason Miller, all-star rookie for the Athletics. We got Joey Loper Fido, Blue Jays. Milwaukee Brewers card. Churio, Terang, Hoskins. Everybody's there.
Here's the thing. They actually have fewer players on theirs than we had on ours because they only have 6 players. We had 7, although we had 6 and a coach, but they don't have their coach.
Grayson Rodriguez for the Orioles. We got backwards Juan Soto. home field advantage. So there's another insert for the set. Not really sure what significance that has, but at least it's a good player on the front. We'll go ahead and put him up there too. He deserves to be up with the other guys. And then we got Stars of the MLB, Trey Turner, and Stuart Fairchild. Boy, I'm staring at all this sunshine. It's an odd choice for a.
It is an odd choice.
I don't know how I feel about those sunshine cards.
But I'll tell you, the Mets, there's a reason they're in first place. They've got a guy with 18 home runs. Soto has 16. Lindor has 15. Alonso has 18. Nimmo has 15. I mean, they tear the cover off the ball, that's for sure.
And then you've got Cal Raleigh out there who's just randomly throwing out home runs all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he broke Johnny Bench's record for most home runs by a catcher before the All-Star break or something, which seems weird because I thought Piazza would have had that record, but.
Yeah, the just kind of an unexpected one to see. There's Scherzer with the sunshine. Cal Raleigh, it wasn't like a household name or anything, but then all of a sudden he's just crushing the ball.
Well, here's the thing. So last year in 2024, he played 153 games. He hit 34 home runs. In 2023, he played 145 games. He hit 30 home runs. He's played 74 games in 2025, and he's got 30 home runs.
Yep.
There's Ryan Feltner. He's on the injured list, I think, right now.
Sounds about right. Got Luis Arias. Oh, this is our last pack, by the way, Randy. So we're going to hopefully end on something cool. Maybe. Andrew Walters for the Guardians.
You did, Ryan Feltner.
Cooler than that.
Well, it wasn't on a Scooble card, that's for sure.
Andy Ibanez. Gustavo Campero. That's a good name. I like that.
That's a good name.
Rookie card
Gustavo.
for the Angels. We got Pavin Smith. I want to say Pavin, but it's,
Pavin Smith. His job used to be road crew.
Duran for the Twins. Alejandro Kirk for the Blue Jays. I like that City Connect is cool.
I just like how your first name is very cool sounding, like Alejandro. Then your last name's Kirk.
Well, we got a throwback card here, and I just caught the Dodgers. So we got a Dodger behind here. What do you think the odds are that it's the cool Dodger?
I'm going to say it's Fernando Valenzuela.
Texas Taters, grade 8, take their cuts. All right. Funny enough, the Fernando Valenzuela's rookie card has been on the rise for the last couple of months, which is interesting.
It is interesting. I wonder why. I hope he didn't pass away.
I don't think so. I think he just got back in the circulation. But so we got a Dodger, and it's the throwback Dodger, and nope, not the cool one. Teoscar Hernandez, not the worst player in the world, but definitely not the Dodger we wanted to see on the throwback card.
I mean, you could have had Ohtani, you could have had, Freeman, you could have
Yamamoto. I mean, there's a few.
I mean, I'm not a fan of his, but what's the starting pitcher I'm thinking of? Not He's been there forever.
I don't know which one you're talking about.
The Dodger pitcher that's been there forever. Kershaw. I mean, at least Clayton Kershaw is kind of a Dodger fixture.
Sure. Oops. And then we got Anthony Santander and then O'Neal Cruz for the Pirates, which is
another pitcher. Well, no, he's not a pitcher, but
he's not a pitcher. And he's been doing...
He looks like he's going to pitch.
He's been doing pretty well for the Pirates, but that's my favorite Stars of the MLB card so far, the black and gold. I think they should all be like that. So, well, there you go. That's two blasters of Top Series 2, and I think I'll stick to Series 1. I liked Series 1 a lot better. Hopefully I've learned my lesson when it comes to Series 2, because I have not had a good run with it over the last couple years. I think I will probably try and restrain myself and just wait for Update to come out and Topps Chrome, which should be coming out here pretty soon. I think July is when Chrome comes out, so I'll probably we'll do a video on Topps Chrome as well. It's a little tougher because you get less cards, but I don't know. They should do the buyback program, so it kind of makes it a little more exciting. If you can get the MVP and get the buyback, that's pretty cool. But I think I'll wait probably for 2026. I say that now, and I bet you money I'll probably still end up buying more Series 2 because I can't help myself.
You should just hold off for Chrome. It's not, if that comes out in July, we're towards the end of June, so it's not that far off.
Yeah, I know, but you don't know my self-control problems that I have, right? I don't know.
Just find out the exact date of when Chrome's coming out, put a countdown on your phone, and then it'll give you something to strive for until, it's like, oh, when Chrome comes out, then I can buy those cards. Unless you find somebody giving away Series 2s.
Yeah, well, it answers the question on how's our luck. I mean, we didn't do terrible. There's a decent amount of cards up there to look at. And we got that Juan Soto. The more I look at it, the more I actually like that Juan Soto card. So it is, it's got its pluses and its minuses. I mean, I think the inserts are just a little less in Series 2, which is probably what I'm basing everything off of. So we didn't see the big time superstars. I mean, we didn't get one Shohei, and he's on the cover of the box. I don't know if that's just to keep his print levels down or what, but what do I say? It's just how the cookie crumbles with these cards, and I think I'll just learn my lesson and stay away from Series 2 for a while.
Probably a good idea to avoid Series 2. It doesn't seem to be the premier part of it. It just seems to be a filler. It's like, hey, let's sell some more cards because Series 2 feels like it should be an upgrade, to Series 1, but it really, really isn't. It just feels like a lot of, cards they kind of just throw in there and they create some mediocre inserts. And so here's the funny part. So I'm looking at the standings, and the wild card in the American League has Tampa Bay, Toronto, and Boston. They'd be in the playoffs right now. So all AL East teams. I remember when I looked at this about 30 games in, 30 or 40 games in, it was everybody from the AL Central that would have made the playoffs. It would have been the Guardians, the Royals, and I think the Twins were up there. They were all the top three in wild card. So it still looks like the American League East could get all of their teams in except for Baltimore, who's terrible. But the Sox seem to be playing better without Devers.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention that too, that Devers went to the Giants.
It's like, this could be one of those trades that benefits both teams, because it's like, I think the Giants could genuinely use his bat, and I think they're fine everywhere else. But they needed another bat of his quality. And I think that some of the players that the Giants ended up, or that the Sox ended up getting, could help them in the long run. So I think it's a trade that I think they could have gotten more for Devers, but let's face it, the Giants took on that entire contract.
Yeah,
and that's why you don't get as many players, and you don't get as many prospects when you say, we'll take on the last 200 and some odd million of the contract. So San Francisco was willing to take on a hefty chunk of money in that trade.
Yeah, there was a lot of money in there.
So I think both teams did okay. I think that, the Sox seem to be playing better now that Devers isn't there. If they get Bregman back sometime soon, Bregman was actually having a pretty good season until he got hurt. So if they can get Bregman to stay healthy for the rest of the year when they get him back, and the team is playing pretty good right now. I think Crochet is having a great season. I think that team could. I think even their closer is actually really good too, for the Sox. Where's their closer saves? Maybe I'm wrong. I might be thinking of somebody else. Yeah, the Red Sox. Well, Chapman. It's Aroldis Chapman. He's got 14 saves. But he's only blown one, and he's got a 1.41 ERA, so not bad.
Well, there you go.
45 Ks to only 9 walks.
All right, well, Randy, I think we're going to wrap it up with that one. We got Juan Soto staring at us. Well, he's staring at a ball he hit out of Citi Field, but
that man right there is worth $750 million.
Indeed, he is. Way to go, Juan! You did it, buddy.
Yeah, he's almost worth as much as Citi Field.
Everybody, thanks for joining us this week. Randy, you as well. Next week, I don't know what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna jump back into the either late 80s or early 90s. Always fun to do. I'm still trying to get my hands on a box of 1990 Donruss so that we can go back to the red. I like those cards. Not everybody did, but I'm the one running the show, so I get to put red cards on if I want. And they weren't worse than the 91 Fleer Yellow. So, anyway, well, thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next week. You got anything to leave us on, Randy?
It's like, you know what? I want the Rockies to not break the record for most losses. I do find myself still rooting for my team. So it's like, I am hoping that they can win 25 games in the next 89 or 90 or whatever they got left. So it's less than a 300 winning percentage, which right now the worst winning percentage is like 312 by the White Sox. So you don't even still have to be as good as the White Sox the rest of the season, and you could still get to 42 wins.
I think they will.
So I'm going to say go Rockies, and I hope they do not set that record.
All right. Well, with that, see you next week.